Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back for the hashtag Nuttin But Neutrals challenge hosted by Tammy at Lou Frou Frou Studios. And if you put this at Lou Frou Frou Studio 2026 into YouTube, it'll go straight to her channel, but I'll have a link in the description box below that you can just click on and it'll go there as well. So this challenge is Tammy chooses a base each week, like a tag or a envelope or whatever, and then the idea is you can make any type of ephemera that you want using nothing but neutrals, which are brown, black, white, and gray in any shade of those colors. Just no, like, bright colors. So today she has chosen tickets. Well, this week she's chosen tickets. So what I am playing with is making my own kind of big tickets that you could have as a top of the page, corner of the page tuck. Let's see. So if we have, fold this in half. You could just paper clip it on as a decoration, paper clip it to a page. You could glue two sides and then have it as a tuck. You could glue it down here, two sides, and have it as a tuck. You could put it on top of another, like this one's a little bit smaller maybe, on top of a pocket as a decorative piece. So it's really like making a cluster. It's just tag shaped. So that's what we're going to play with today, and I will show you. These ones are dry, so I'll probably decorate these ones, but I'll show you what I did. I have these sticker sheets, and I know this is kind of a hard thing because I got these at a thrift store, and they're meant to be business cards. So you can see there's the two strips, and then you're supposed to print them on your printer with your name and all that, and then fold them in half and they stick together. But I like to play with them just as stickers. I've done clusters and things on them before to just stick onto a page. So what I did is took my little 1/2-inch punch and just, punched each side so it gets that ticket look to it. And then I'm just using like Tim Holtz Distress Oxides. I'm going to use walnut stain on this one. This, actually, maybe I will use, where's my, I don't know what I did with the little thing for it. My scorched timber. I'm already off to a great start, guys. How are you guys? I hope that you're doing well. I'm kind of a disaster, honestly. Like I mentioned yesterday, I am taking a steroid for that allergic reaction, and it is just got me on spin cycle. I'm just all jittery, and yeah. So anyhow, I don't know what we'll get today because I just feel weird. So, but I'm gonna try to do my best here for you guys. I feel a lot better as far as the itching and all that, so that's the good part. So that's scorched timber. I also have hickory smoke on this one, and then I just spritz it a little with some water, or you could use coffee. I've done that too. And then I was using some gesso, and I just put tiny drop on my glue page there, and take my little spatula, craft spatula, and you can wait for stuff to dry, which is probably a better choice, but I kind of don't mind putting it on the wet because then some of the oxide gets on the gesso, so that's kind of fun. And it's nothing, you're just putting some marks is all. And then I also stamped, like I take the bottom of my spray bottle, these little glass spray bottles, and so if you dip it like into the scorched timber, you again probably want to wait for the gesso to dry, but it is what it is, right? Because I don't want to get that on my stamp pad. So just a little spot there like that. And then I might take my water brush. I thought I had everything together that I was going to use, but see, I changed my mind last minute like that, and then I don't have everything together. And I'm just going to move it along the side of this scorched timber, because you don't really want water on your ink pad. Oh, come on. Just to add a little bit of drops or marks. You could also, again, do this with coffee, just puddles, whatever, you know. You guys know, it's just making the marks, making the marks. So I did that to them. And then, like I said, these ones I have are dry. I also used index cards. So if you don't have those stickers, doesn't matter. You can just use a piece of paper. But I did do the index card for this one. And just cut it, I think they're 2 by 3. 2 by 3, yeah. And then punched either side. You could use craft paper and make one. So yeah, lots of ideas there. So what we're going to do now that we have this one that's a little distressed, we can stamp on it, whatever we feel like, just to make them fun. So I just have black ink, and I have this little dot, 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 dot stamp. So I kind of want it, you know, to maybe look a little bit like it has a perforation. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing fabulous. Staying cool or warm or whatever. I ticked the end of that. Oh well, that's just another mark it's going to have. I want to say hugs and blessings to Joey Cardmaker, Sunny, and Mindy. Love you guys. Thank you for the kind comments and your support of my channel. Whenever you leave comments, it helps a creator's channel, so I thank you for doing that. I did that both times. It got thicker at the end, but it doesn't matter. And then, oh, I don't want to cover that yet. I have a number, because tickets have numbers. And I don't know if this is going to turn out great, because like I said, I have got this shaky shakes even worse than normal. But I will take it over the wanting to scratch my skin off thing, so that's what happens sometimes. You just gotta go with it. All right, and then I just have all kinds of little bits of stuff. I've got Tim Holtz stuff. I've got old paper. I've got like this little bit. Would be fun just to glue on wherever. It's got some numbers and stuff on it. Move my water back over here. I'm trying to find a spot for everything. I have got so much junk out for this. It's like you're making these little tiny tickets and you take out your whole craft room to make them, right? Yep. We all know how that goes. You can use Tim Holtz paper dolls. All manner of things could be used. I think I want to try to use some of these. This is from my People of the Past digital. Do I want that one? I kind of like the little boy. It's a little more gray, maybe. Let me grab my tear ruler. But any little pictures you have, or you could use, if you like to do more of the nature theme, birds, butterflies, whatever. And of course you could do these in brighter colors too. You don't have to use the grungy look. I like the grungy look, so I'm using the grungy look. I need a little bit smaller one. That one's a little bit big. I kind of gotta get in my groove here. I feel discombobulated. Yeah, so now I have become allergic to certain brands of mascara, hair dye, now the lavender oil, all things that I've used in the past. So I'm hoping that, yeah, I'll stop becoming allergic to stuff. I'm allergic to Aquanet hairspray, but that's because of the 80s. I used way too much of that. That's probably how this all stemmed, or what this all stemmed from, is that allergy thing. I don't know if I like this one. This is ridiculous, right? I'm being like way picky for no reason. I like that size better. Or shape, rectangular. So it's not totally odd that that happened to me, because I've never had a reaction that bad, but... Well, no, I take that back. I did have a serotonin reaction. That was awful. But... yeah, doctor prescribed serotonin to help me sleep. I did not sleep well that night, to say the least. But yeah, blah, blah me, so... Okay, where is my art glitter glue? That's not good. Oh, it's right here. I'm like, oh no, if we don't have our art glitter glue, we're in trouble. Hopefully this will work today. I haven't used it yet. If you don't see a video Thursday, it's because I have a doctor's appointment. And my best friend in the whole wide world is in town. So I'm going to do some things with her. But I will do Friday's video for sure. It's just that visiting time of the year, right? So yeah, I'm excited to see her. It's sad that we don't live closer anymore. Do I want some washi? I don't know. Or do I want old tape? He's got ink or something on his face. I didn't realize that. I mean, I guess that's just going to age it a little bit more. I need to make more tape. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so you can make a ticket out of anything, and then you could take like an old rusty, and this one's not very thick. I would probably either put another piece of paper on it, or even just glue it down to the page entirely, because I'm afraid if you're trying to tuck stuff under it with the way that it is, it might just get ripped. So that's something to think about, how you're going to use them and all that. I got a different kind of paper clip, and they just don't really rust. It's really weird. I mean, that's probably usually a good thing, but I don't like it. But it's kind of gray, so that looks cool. So then see, instead of doing all the gluing of the paper clip and all that jazz, you just have, you can see it, and then you can just slide it on and off. So that one is good. Let's do this one. Yeah, they're just kind of fun to make big tags. But of course, you can just use tags too in whatever you make. You don't have to do it that way. Just an idea. Just change the numbers up a little so they don't all look the exact same. I don't think I'll put the little dots on this one. I'm just going to put the numbers. And you could also do some kind of stamp. have this. Tammy actually gave me this crackly looking stamp, so thank you, Tammy. As I mentioned, Carol Laws and I are going to do grungy journals, so I thought I'll make some grungy ones. See what we get. Could use an old stamp, maybe a brown one. Little fuzzies all stuck to that. Washi. I'm not going to put that on quite yet, but let's see what else we have that we could use. Oh, this one's even darker. Maybe I'll use that one. His face got totally stamped out there. And this again is my Places of the Past. Or not Places of the Past, People of the Past digital. It's a little bit bigger. And yeah, some of, you know, a lot of the background does get covered, and that's just kind of the way it is. But that layering thing where you've got something in the background, because you never know exactly what's going to end up showing or not. I just feel like it's really important in art. And I know sometimes it doesn't make sense because we end up covering so much of the background, but I just feel like it just really adds to a piece rather than maybe just putting the ink back there. Because people do notice, you know, when they're looking at art and things, I'm going to take just a little more off this. They do notice when there are things in the background. It's an important part of creating. But of course, you can do yours however you like. That is just my opinion. Okay, what else do we want on there? Oh, that piece of tape, huh? I kind of just like the R for some reason. And we'll put that on a little bit later. So let's put this handmade paper, and that's in my Etsy shop. I think I still have a couple packages left. I'm almost out, but this just is going to add texture. And you can use little bits of book page, like so this is definitely a fun challenge. I do use a lot of neutrals, but it is a little bit different when that's all you can use, you know what I mean? So it's very fun though to try to every week just use neutrals. It gets you thinking outside of your box, you know, which is good. Because otherwise we get stagnant, like it just, I don't know. Oops, these are very fragile. Old stamps. I don't want to tear it more, so I'm just going to use my art glitter glue, maybe. pin back in. Sticking to me. Where's... Yeah, I need to spend this weekend just kind of cleaning up my disaster because it is out of control at the moment. Out of control. I'm not very good at that. When I'm done for the day, I just walk out and go cook dinner. So, yeah, just kind of... I mean, I do pick up, but I don't put everything back exactly where it goes. Because like I've mentioned, then I'm looking for everything every time. It's probably fine, as my son would say. And I'm just gonna... I think this is a mess, so try not to get it all over myself. Okay, so there's that one. We'll let all that dry. I didn't show you this, or did I? I guess I did. Okay. All right, now we're gonna have to make more because I don't have any more that are done. Ooh. So let's do one of these in the brown and see what it looks like. I put the little punch. Oh my word. Oh, you guys, if it was a snake, it would probably bite me, right? Okay, hold on a second. All right, it was seriously right next to me, and I just, you know, couldn't see the forest for the trees. So yeah, again, this one's about 2 by 3 roughly. You can make them any size. You could make really big ones and just make them into pockets for your journal too. So it doesn't have to be this particular size, but that's the size these are if you're wondering. You could also rough up this edge more so it kind of looks like it got ripped. Off of another ticket. I think I'll use that. I like this scorched timber color. I'm gonna bend this one. You could just ink them. You don't have to use any wet anything on them. I just like to get that oxidization to happen, however you say that word. Oh, I didn't spray the water on yet, but I will in a minute. We'll do our little bottle again, because I just like those. Oh, why didn't it work? Can't see that on there, I guess. Let's do black. And then this one, maybe we'll use some coffee instead of water. I like the coffee with the gesso. Looks good with it. Okay, we'll do maybe one more. What do I have? The index card. These kind of curl up a little bit. That one's gonna be good. I like that, the color on that. This one's vintage photo. Oh, it's wet. You could also make some up and coffee dye them, and then just decorate them. Maybe just a little bit of the scorched timber too. Just play. See which fit. I do like the distressing the edge. Just a little extra added feature. Yeah, I think the index cards, I get mine at the dollar store. I know you can get thicker ones. So I would recommend, if you're only gonna, or if you're gonna use it as a tuck or a pocket or something like that, that you add paper to the back of it, like to make it thicker. Because I think you'll have better luck if you do that. I want some script. Oh, I forgot to spray it again. What is with me? Maybe we'll do this one without the wet and just see, you know, because then I can get one decorated. I'm going to take this off. This is really, it's an old children's Bible and it's just disintegrating. It's going to live its second life in my journals. I use it a lot of times on Christmas journals, things like that. Now, if you're not into inking, like I said, you don't, you know, you could even do these bright colored. That would be fun too. If that's what you prefer. I've got ink all over me. I took also these Tim Holtz, the photo booth photos, and, you know, punched them with one of my circle punches. So they're a little bit smaller because they're a little bit big when they're the full square. I thought that would be a fun little addition. Not any of that. I don't think so. Just some numbers. Just little scraps of this and that, whatever you find. Oh, I also have not that. Some Artie Mae's actual tickets, and I think there are some little ones in here. Maybe. This is a hodgepodge of random stuff along with the Artie Mae's tickets. The only problem is a lot of these tickets have color on them too. So I don't know if we'll find anything we can use. See, there's all kinds of stuff in here. That one's, could use a piece of that too. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to find a whole lot of, they're kind of colorful. Let's see. Tim Holtz. Oh, I forgot about that picture. That one's actually really cool. Yeah, I like that one. I love that little picture. I don't know why. This other one's great too, with the people at the beach. I like that saying with the family. It's the little things, which I feel like is true. It's the little things you do with your kids and your grandkids. Those are always the things they seem to remember. Five's cool. You don't need a whole lot. Like, you can just make some with just the little bittiest scraps and things. And put some little image or some little flower, butterfly, whatever. Just a tiny bit of cheesecloth. This has been coffee dyed, not very dark, it's just a light coffee dye. I think I'll put this at the back. I'm not sure where I want it to hang out. Maybe like that. And then we'll put this one down next. I'm going to use the liquid glue since it's going on top of that gauze, or whatever it's called, cheesecloth. Gauze works too. Oh, the 5 needs to go under, huh? Don't mess up your order. I like those little bitty pieces by Tim Holtz. They come in handy. Like, obviously they're not great if you're doing, you know, a big pocket or a big piece, because they get lost because they're so tiny. But I do find they're a good little thing to just tuck on there sometimes. Take one of these little tiny safety pins. And I'm going to get another piece of fabric, actually. My bin o fabric scraps. So we got to go a little neutral here. I really think I'm just going to use a piece of that. This is just coffee dyed cotton. I just want a little like scrap. To put right here. If I can get this to poke through. Sometimes when you rest them, it's really hard to get them to poke through anything. Especially when your hands work like mine, or don't work, I should say. Yeah, it's not wanting to go through there. There we go. Oh, come on. They're so bendy too, because they're so little. It just does not want to poke in that. Isn't that crazy? It's just cotton. It's nothing even really thick. Ugh. Man. Man, oh man. And that looks good. I like that. I think I'll have to use my tacky glue for that. Just to make sure it all stays down. All right, and then we can add a few little splatters. I think I will cover up the photo, or the people on the photo, because they're already so tiny and hard to see. I don't want it to mess them up. And that's just gesso. I'm going to get it all over me. It's going everywhere but on there. Isn't that always the way? Yes, it is. All right. That one's good and grungy. There's that one. I'll set that one over there to dry, and maybe we'll do one more, and then I will let you guys go. I mean, of course, you can go at any time you'd like. This one should be just about dry. I'm going to hit it just a minute. Oh, I kind of want to do one of those, though, because we didn't do one of those. Let me just, sorry, I'll keep it over here so hopefully it doesn't blast your ears. I'm going to go ahead and pick up, there's some of the vintage photo there on the mat. or deli paper. It's not even a mat, it's just deli paper. I'm gonna hit it again. I keep my heat gun in a jar because it's always plugged in unless I want to fight with it all the time. So I don't like leaving it in my craft room full of paper with a cat and everything else. So I put it inside of a mason jar. This one might look better actually with some of this kind of white-ish or light-colored book page. Oh, glue stick, glue gun. Wowzers, Amy. Here, look at this side. This is kind of cool now because it's got the splatters on it from the last one. You can use all the bits. It would show up better on a different paper, but that's okay. It just gives you texture, which is nice. Very nice. Oh, this old miner guy. Do I want to punch him out, maybe? And this is a 1.5 or 1.25 inch. I might put that there too, over that other one. He's doing his calculations for his gold. And that, I think this one, I can't remember which kit that one's in, because I did quite a few different kind of grungy kits there for a while. It's hard for me to keep track. This is from my porch prints. I think I like that under there. And then maybe I want to do another piece of cheesecloth. I feel like this needs some kind of rusty bit as well. So let me see what we got in here I could use. Oh, this thing right here. And a bulb pin. Hopefully this will be a little easier. Probably not, but we'll see. There's no rhyme or reason here, so don't ask me why, because I don't know. Just what I'm doing. Hopefully this will stick in easier. Nope. Let's see if a different fabric works. Maybe it is that cotton. It's just too, I don't know. It's too something, that's for sure. I mean, I could just put it in the cheesecloth, but it's not the most stable stuff in the world. So a piece of that might work. This looks like some kind of old burlap bag or something. Ah, yes, that is mucho easier. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put down our cheesecloth first. It's very fiddly. Very fiddly. Like so. And this needs ink. Ink-a-dink. Ink-a-dink-a-doo. I might want to use, just afraid it won't stick right. Especially because this is on copy paper weight paper. Oh, this is supposed to go. Come on, get it together, girl. All the things. That's a little bulkier than I normally do, but I just feel like it needs that rusty thing. What we might do is kind of push this to try to get it a little flatter. Sort of looks like a gold pan with a hole in it. That's useful. Okay. Let's use this. It's about to break. Okay, lid, Amy. I'm sorry, you guys. It's been a rough few days. I'm like a train wreck, I'm telling you. All right, so 4 tickets for the Nuttinbutneutrals challenge. Oh, I have this old minor gentleman ticket. I think this is my favorite, the Little Things ticket. I could splatter that one. I might do that. The young man and the gentleman. I think I might splatter some of those a little bit more. Put things over faces because you don't want a big old white blob. That one's splattered, so it doesn't need any more. We'll do these ones. I did splatter this one, but don't know. Needed more. Stopping just in time for the lawnmowers to start. Just trying to get this done this morning so that, like I said, I gotta go to a doctor's appointment and all that jazz, so. Oh, I have to change my shirt. I do manage to make a disaster when I do anything, honestly. I need more water. It's not. Come off of there. Alrighty. It's all over my arms. Then I burnt my arm with my curling iron. I mean, I'm just doing fantastic lately. Rains it pours, right? There's that. They're grungy. All right, guys, that is what I have for you today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will chat with you again soon. Love you guys. Bye.